Okay, I've always wanted to speak about this. The truthers and the JFK conspiracy nuts. Um, they're not all the same people, but sometimes they are. And I just happened to catch, I guess I shouldn't have wasted my time, but I went on to Netflix. I started watching this so-called documentary called JFK, the Smoking Gun. I guess it's mostly about this. I think he was a British detective, Colin McLaren, and see, as I said before, I like to look at the big picture, and details are always important, of course, but you always got to get the bigger picture. You've got to make sense of common sense should always prevail. Okay, the easier road should always prevail. The more common sense, or the most likely case, should usually prevail. A lot of these times, with that silly movie Loose Change, people get, experts especially, they get so involved in the minutia of details. You know, they'll see one detail, and for them, that's true. That can't be changed. That little detail. So if that's true, this whole other theory's got to also be true. That detail may not be true. You can't be wedded to every detail. There are no absolutes. Very few, anyway. Okay, so the upshot of this JFK smoking gun thing is that he comes out saying that one of the Secret Service agents shot the president because at first he said there was a different bullet, a different type of bullet. Okay, now I haven't read the Warren Commission, but I'm sure that they concluded, maybe not, that the bullets that were found were all of similar type bullets and similar make. So I find it hard to believe that this guy, through saying that the one bullet that went into the president's head had split apart into fragments, that must have been a hollow point bullet, but the other bullets that were found were not hollow point bullets. So because of one little thing that he thinks is true, different bullet theory, of course now we have to have a different shooter and a different gun. None of that may be true. Okay. Now, but of course common sense is being strained right off the bat. Okay? Just like the World Trade Center conspiracy theory. The easy theory that there were hijackers that hijacked planes and crashed them into buildings. You know, unlikely as it is, that probably happened. But no, they want to find something even more unlikely. That happened, yes, but this other thing also happened. Okay, let's get back to JFK. Okay, yes, Lee Harvey Oswald, yeah, he shot the president with that gun and those bullets. But no, something else happened. This Secret Service agent also shot the president. At the same time, gee, this McLaren guy doesn't really go into that. I never did get through the full documentary, but these people, they're not thinking about how more unlikely these explanations are, okay? So he's saying the Secret Service agent shot the president because of the angle that he determined had to come from the Secret Service vehicle, I guess, behind the presidential limousine. I don't know how far behind, but wouldn't you think somebody would have seen him shot the president, okay? You talk about all these witnesses that you interviewed and said that people heard 3 different shots, or one shot was separate from the other 2, or You think that all these witnesses would have seen him shoot the president? Maybe the other Secret Service, why didn't they see him shoot him? Yeah, you say that the witnesses saw him holding it after the shot. Why didn't people see him shoot him? But you're also saying that the reason for the Secret Service cover-up in the ensuing confusion at the hospital, where supposedly the Secret Service took over or prevented an autopsy because what were they trying to protect their own because they happened to see one of their own shoot the president? So did they go into a room and say, hey, I think Joe shot the president. We can't let them find this out. Let's hustle the president away. Come on. Or are you saying that all the Secret Service agents had a plan to kill the president? Or was it with just one rogue Secret Service agent? Then you also mentioned that maybe they were all so hungover and rushed. You did mention that. That was a big factor in your documentary, that they were partying the night before, and so when the incident happened, they were not in the best shape. Maybe they weren't. Does that make them conspirators to kill the president? So, I'm just saying, though, that while this Secret Service agent was shooting the president with the special hollow point bullet to definitely kill him, how did he time these shots with Lee Harvey Oswald to be like within a second or two of his shooting? Did they have the latest iPhone to time it? Did they have special timing devices? Where are these timing devices? Did they have cell phones to communicate with each other to like, okay, let's shoot. Or did they have stopwatches? Gee, that sounds very complicated to me, Mr. McLaren. So please, people, when you're thinking about these theories, please look at the most common sense thing. I mean, is it likely? What's more likely? Okay? Did you hear the one about the blonde co-conspirator, Secret Service agent? What he said to his fellow Secret Service agent? Hey, Joe, I got an idea. If we assassinate the president right in front of everyone in broad daylight, maybe they won't notice. You know, it's so crazy it just might work. And while I'm shooting him, we'll have some patsy shooting from another location at the same time. Hopefully they won't see me that way. Good idea, right? I'm gonna get a promotion.